Well, hello there. It is Saturday night at 8 o'clock, and no, didn't go to the Georgia game, but watched parts of it. My husband, of course, was glued to it, and it was a great day for Georgia. So if you're a Georgia fan, congratulations, way to go. All right, so here we go. I'm going to wait on a few folks to jump on because I've got some great, hey Judy, yeah, I've got a great recipe and some great information for you. Hey Dolores, you don't want to miss what I'm about to tell you. It may not be you that needs it, but it may be somebody you know. Hey Lorianne, yeah, hey Winnell, yeah. Hey Rhonda, okay. So y'all saw my post. I'm like, Diet Coke will make you fat, and look at America. Oh my gosh, people are consuming it. I think in my little information here, let's see how much they're consuming. Well, about 50 grams a day. Okay, so I'm not going to talk about that first, though. I'm going to talk about this mashed cauliflower. Okay, so let me show you what that's about. Okay, so here we go. And if you don't have a food processor, I mean, honestly, I've had this. Okay, so I was married 38 years yesterday, and I think James bought this for me right after we got married. That and my KitchenAid mixer are two things that, yeah, I think they'll be standing when Jesus comes back, okay? Because they're so heavy duty and so good, and I have used this thing. Oh my gosh, we've done juicing, I've ground wheat. I've done so many things in this Cuisinart, but I'm about to do something really delicious. All right, so here's what I did. I cooked a whole organic cauliflower in just a little bit of water. So I turned the water on high, put some salt in there, and let it cook for 2 or 3 minutes. I don't like to cook things to death. It kills more of the nutrients the more it cooks. Hey Greg, hey Stephanie, hey Sabrina, yeah. Okay. So I did that, and then I drained the water off. That's why I don't put much water, because when you drain the water, you're draining those good nutrients down the drain. So honestly, I didn't even drain it off. I put it in a pan, and I'm going to probably drink it just because, you know, yeah, I'm not going to let those good nutrients go to waste. All right, so here's what I did. I took the smasher. I don't even know what I did with the smasher, but smasher, whatever. But then I thought, well, I'm going to put this in the food processor. I really don't even have to smash it. But if you don't have a food processor, then you would smash it and put it in your mixer. But I'm going to dump this over in here, okay? And this out of the way. And then so somebody was calling my number. I hope it's somebody wanting to join. They're from Valdosta at 8 o'clock at night. Surely it's not a telemarketer, but it might be. All right, so here we go. I'm just going to blend this up. Yeah, and kind of check it out. I can't. All right, and then I'm going to, all right, so I got 2 things I'm going to put in here. I'd already put some salt, and I'd already put some good Kerrygold butter. I actually put that on it as it was steaming. Okay, so I've got roasted garlic powder, and I've got organic regular garlic powder. Now, I personally like this roasted, okay? It smells differently than the regular, just like the difference in smelling some roasted garlic and some regular garlic. So I'm going to put a little bit of roasted over in there. Now, not too much of this, about 1/4 of a teaspoon, I guess. Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. All right, I got to put that thing on the do not disturb. I'll figure out how to do that. Okay, and then I've got some heavy whipping cream. Does it surprise you, Teresa? I'm going to turn this off, and I'm going to put in, I'm probably putting in about 1/4 of a cup of heavy whipping cream. And just let that blend, and this is going to be so delicious. All right. Yes. Okay, let me get my bowl back so I can dip this out. But look at this. You would never know the difference in this and mashed potatoes. And the best thing about it is it's so good. Oh my gosh, so good. All right, but if you just absolutely detest cauliflower, it's not going to be for you. But let me give you a couple of tips that you might not know, because everybody's on the low carb. Everybody's trying to be low carb. So a potato, a cup of potato is 37 grams of carbs. 37. Think about that. No wonder they say don't eat potatoes. A sweet potato is 27, so it's a little bit less. Cauliflower is 5. And because it is, I know, I love those. Who did that? Hey, Martha. Okay, and so because cauliflower is considered a leafy green, it's a cruciferous vegetable, it doesn't even count in your carb count. So have all of that you want. It's good fat, it's nutritious, and honestly, it's just so good. Yeah. I feel like I'm really healthing myself. That's what I like to say. All right, so I'm going to move this out of the way because I'm going to show you. All right, so I wanted to show you what I did today as well. I got my house cleaned. Oh my gosh, it had been needing it so badly because I've been working on this challenge. I cooked a pot of taco soup. Now here's what's different about this taco soup. I did put 1 can of organic black beans, and I put a half a bag of organic frozen corn that I get at Walmart. Here you go. But the other thing I put that you should be putting in any of your dishes, because it's so hard to get your leafy greens, and Dr. Berg and many of the other nutritionists recommend 7 to 10 cups. Think about that, folks. 7 to 10 cups of leafy greens a day. And you think, well, why so much? Because that is where your nutrition comes from. Your vitamin A, B, C, D, E, F. G comes from grounding, okay? Vitamin G. There is no such thing, but I like to say it, okay? Comes from grounding. I walked outside barefooted today. That's one of the most healing practices you can do, along with meditation. Okay, so in this taco soup, I've got a bag of this organic spinach from Walmart, okay? So why wouldn't I just put regular spinach? Well, you could, but it's easy just to dump this in. And I did this in my Instant Pot, okay? It takes 12 minutes in the Instant Pot. You can saute the meat in the Instant Pot, or you can do it on the pan. I put about 10 organic green onions, a can of organic diced tomatoes, some organic taco seasoning. I don't put the ranch dressing in mine. I tend to like it just like this. And then the beans and, anyway, the recipe. So taco soup recipe, I don't have to give you that. All right, so here we go. I'm going to tell you about Diet Coke. And I've been doing a lot of research on it because I'm just going to say, most, if not all, of my clients, when they first come to me, they've been drinking 6 or 8 Cokes a day, or 6 or 8 or 3 to 5 Diet Cokes a day. Well, you might say, well, I don't do that. Well, water is the most abundant resource on the planet. And, tea is also a good option. So we're going to end up with that. But if you watched me last night, you heard me talking about fatty liver, okay? Fatty liver is not something you want. It is not something you want. So many of my clients, my patients in the nursing home, have fatty liver. And so many people, that's really the thing that sends them to me. They go to the doctor. Yesterday I had a girl. She had talked to me on and off for several weeks about joining the program, and then she finally said, I think I'll wait till January. And then she messaged me yesterday or day before yesterday, and she said, I can't wait. I went to the doctor, and here's what I found out. And it was high cholesterol, just all the things. But I'm just going to tell you, because of her weight, she's got fatty liver disease. I mean, it may not have the consequence. It has the consequences. She just doesn't know it yet, okay? So if you've got fat around the middle, I'm just going to tell you, you have insulin resistance. You already do, because that's what that fat is where your body produced insulin, and I'm going to tell you why tonight, and you stored fat, okay? So I want to teach you how to drop fat, not store fat. And I'm sending out an email tomorrow about the 2 ways that you can drop fat. So if you want to get my email, you need to message me your email. Put it in a message, and I'll add you to the list, and you'll get the one for tomorrow. I'll be doing several this week, and then after that, I'll probably just do about 2 a week. But they're all health information. All right, so here we go. So we talked about fatty liver, and the number 1 source of sugar in America. Well, let me say this. The number 1 cause of heart disease in America is sugar. Now, I don't mean just cane sugar. I mean sugar in general, like flour, bread, crackers, Pop-Tarts, cereal, grains, oatmeal, all that, okay? And that causes inflammation. That's what the aching is all about. That's why your joints ache. That's what fibromyalgia, a lot of it is what you're putting in your body, okay? But that's another lesson for another day. My patients, my clients, when they come off sugar, lose their aches and pains. They lose, most of them 75%, some 100% of their pain. The aching in the joints, okay? All right, so the number 1 source of sugar in America is soda, whether it's diet soda or regular soda. Okay, well, diet soda, of course, doesn't have sugar in it, but here's what it has in it. All right, I'm about to flip. Let me go over here first. And that's high fructose corn syrup and beet sugar is what's in regular soda. And those are GMO products, which are not, they're toxic. And they produce fructose, which forces itself on the liver, and the liver can't metabolize it. So that's where the fatty liver comes from. So the damage from sugar to your liver is the same as alcohol. And what I shared last night is if you're a good Baptist, you don't drink alcohol. But if you're eating a bunch of sugar, which you are if you're going to all those events, because it's all carbs, it's all sugar, then that's why you're pre-diabetic and diabetic, okay? So I just want to say diabetes can be cured. Now, type 1 is a different thing, but type 2 diabetes, it can be cured with getting the sugar out of your blood. All right, so here we go. Now, I know, you know what? I know you can't read this. Let me flip it around. I'm sorry, I didn't flip. I have that little thing I have to do to make it where you can read it. All right, now you can read it. All right, but it's too much anyway. I mean, I know it's too much for you to read. Okay, so, hey, Jacinda. I missed your comment. I can't see it. The comments hide, so I can. Anyway, so here we go. All right, so here we go. What is the problem? What is the problem in America? It's sugar and artificial sweeteners. Okay, it's not fat, and but it is stress. But I'm just going to tell you, it's sugar. All right, so here we go. The leading cause of obesity is sugar and is sodas and diet sodas, okay? Let's see who that is. It's a new name I haven't seen. Hey, Freedom. Okay, so here we go. All right, so what happens is in diet, we're talking about diet soda now, because last night I talked about regular soda. I got a message up here. I got to get out of the way so I can see y'all. Okay, so first of all, your body has a really difficult time metabolizing, breaking it down to use it, diet soda. And here's why. Because here's what it has in it. Potassium citrate, cyclamates, aspartame, caramel coloring. That's just to name a few. Read the label. Those are all synthetic things. This caramel color is a real problem. I know you're not going to find that in like Diet Sprite, but you are going to find it in Coke Zero. And Diet Coke and Coke Zero basically are the same. Okay, so don't think one is better than the other. All right, so what they do to make this caramel coloring is they heat carbs, okay? So, which is the corn, they heat that with ammonia and it produces AGE. Now, I could tell you what all that means, but it's a scientific term. Just trust me, it's not a good substance that you want in your body. It's basically a sticky protein, and it's gonna stick throughout your body. So you don't want that. So let me just tell you. So follow me now, because I'm going to summarize at the end, just something you can take away. And this is going to get a little bit long, but you know, there's so many people that drink diet soda that I feel like it's important for you to hear this. Okay, so the Journal of Circulation, which is the journal about blood circulation, in 2008 did a study on 9,500 people, that's almost 10,000 people, over 9 years, and what they found is that they had a 34% increase in the risk of metabolic syndrome if they drank sodas and diet sodas, okay? A 34% risk. All right, let me tell you what metabolic syndrome is. If you're 50 or older, you've probably heard of it. If you're younger than that, you don't know what it is yet. But here's what it is. There are 5 pieces of metabolic syndrome, and if you have 3 out of the 5, then you are given the diagnosis of metabolic syndrome. It's one, when I do a history on my patients when they come in to see me, then metabolic syndrome is, here's what I find: type 2 diabetes, coronary artery disease, congestive heart failure, and type 2 diabetes and metabolic syndrome. All right, so here's what it is. Number one symptom of metabolic syndrome is obesity. So if your BMI is above 30, and you can Google a BMI chart, and basically you see your height and your weight, and if your BMI is 30 or more, then you're obese, okay? If you're 25 to 30, then you're overweight. But if you're 30 or more, then you're obese. So number 1 symptom, if you have that, hold your finger up, I got one of those. Number 2 is if your good cholesterol is low, okay? Number 3 is if your total cholesterol is elevated, all right? Number 4 is if you have high triglycerides. Most people do that have anything around the middle. And number 5 is if your fasting blood sugar is high, and that means it's above 100, okay? Honestly, if mine was 90 to 100, I would have a problem with that. I want mine to be 80, okay? All right, so here we go. So if you could name that you had 3 out of 5, then you have metabolic syndrome. So, so what does that mean? It means that you are at risk for a lot of diseases: heart disease, stroke, heart attack, diabetes, liver dysfunction, renal failure, all of those things, okay? And what goes with those is amputation and just on and on, okay? So cellulitis, we treat a lot of that, cellulitis. All right, so I'm not trying to scare you here. I'm just trying to help you to wake up. So here's what I say. Most people are sleepwalking, and they have to run into the dresser to wake up. And the dresser is a heart attack, a stroke, diabetes, hypertension, more medications, a diagnosis. Yeah, I mean, just all those things that are, it's not something you want. All right, so here we go. All right, so I'm going to tell you about Diet Coke. So what happens, well, I'm going to tell you the number 2 things. So there are 4 things that why Diet Coke moves you away from fitness, okay? Fitness and health. Let's see who that was. I missed you. Okay. All right, so 1 is metabolic syndrome. All right, number 2 is depression. So you're saying, well, what does depression have to do with diet soda? A study of, listen to this now, 250,000 people, that's 250,000 people, over 10 years, found that the people that drank, of that group, the ones that drank soda and diet soda, they had a 30% increased risk, not risk, they had a 30% increase in depression, all right? So let me just say, you can't, it's hard to participate in a program if you're depressed. It's hard to stick with anything if you're depressed. It's hard to get up and go cook something for yourself if you're depressed. You're mostly going to stress eat, and you're going to eat fast food, you're going to do drive-by, all of that. So just know that depression is a real deterrent to getting healthy, okay? It's possible, but you're going to need a support group, and you're going to need to be able to manage that. All right, so here we go. So let's jump over here. The third thing, I'm winding down now. The third thing is diabetes. All right, so diet sodas cause diabetes. And you think, well, how does that happen? I thought they're supposed to be low sugar. Well, here's what happens. When you drink the diet soda, it touches your tongue and it's sweet. Well, your brain doesn't know that it's artificial. okay? And so what your brain does is your brain tells the pancreas something sweet, you need to release some insulin, and the insulin is released, and that extra insulin, all those Diet Cokes, all that time that your brain is stimulated to produce, to talk to the pancreas, is developing diabetes. Now you're thinking, I've never heard that before. Well, it's out there now, okay? So just research it. Just Google, what do Diet Cokes do to my pancreas, okay? All right. Okay, so a study has shown that in men, 60% have an increase in diabetes if they drink diet sodas, okay? So I just want you to hear that. What it does, those artificial aspartame, what those things do, now I'm not talking about stevia. That's not an artificial sweetener. That's a natural sweetener. It's made, or xylitol. Some of those sweeteners are natural. I'm talking about aspartame, okay, primarily here. All right, so I'm going to flip over, and I'm almost done. All right, so diet soda makes you fat. So what happens is your body thinks that it's sugar, so it craves more. Just like an addict, a nicotine addict, or an alcohol addict, or a drug addict, or a carb addict, sugar causes your body to crave more sugar, all right? And so what happens is you just, your body craves more sugar due to the intake of this diet soda. Now you think you're doing yourself a favor by drinking the diet soda, but it's not doing you a favor, okay? So here we go. Your brain doesn't know. You think your brain should know? Your mind knows now because I've told you. You've had the thought of it, you've got the knowledge of it now, but your brain doesn't know. And so it acts as if you ate sugar, and it tells your pancreas what to do, all right? So also what happens is if you're eating fat with that soda, like pizza and soda, then what happens is that insulin that's secreted causes your body, your cells to open up and the fat to go in, so you're going to have more fat storage. So it just shuttles that fat right into the cell, and there you go. All right, so what to drink? I'm going to ask you, post in here, what to drink. What to drink. What is the most abundant resource on the planet besides oxygen? What's the most abundant resource? It's water, H2O, and it's free. And so I would encourage you to begin to think about, do you really need that diet soda? Is it really helping you? Yeah, way to go, John. Yeah, you got it right, John. Okay, so, hey, Brenda. Yeah, hey, Wendy, yes, water. I remember, now I've got a confession here, okay? A few years ago, and it wasn't that long ago, I would say, when I would think about it, I would say, I don't like water. And I didn't really like water. I drank a lot of juice, you know, or tea, you know, with sweetener in it. This was really before stevia became popular. And now I think about how stupid that was. How stupid it is to say you don't like water when it's the most abundant. That'd be like saying I don't like oxygen. I mean, water doesn't even have a taste unless it's bad water. We have a water purification system so that we get really good water. I mean, we're on well water, but we had ours checked and it had H. pylori in it, so we had to pour a lot of Clorox in there and kill all that. But anyway, so I don't want to drink that, so we purify it. So pay extra money for that, but it's worth it to me to think that I'm getting pure water, and I take it with me to work every day, and I try to drink a good bit of it. Now the whole 64 ounces, you know, that's debatable. Maybe I'll do a video on that. But I just want you to know that, you know, put good stuff in your body. Fuel your body. That's what my program is all about, is teaching you how to fuel your body. And I was reading over some testimonials today of some of my folks, and one of the common threads along in the testimonials was that this program taught me how to fuel my body for energy, how to fuel my body for success, how to fuel my body. It's about fuel. So think about this, and I say this a lot, but it's the truth. you put good gas in your car and you maintenance your car. You change the oil, you change the tires. And why do you do that? You do that because you want it to last a long time. And because they're so expensive. Well, guess what? Your body is valuable too. And you want it to last a long time. Spending money at the doctor's office is in time. I mean, I have elderly couples that they spend all their time going to this doctor and that doctor. And help yourself. Health yourself. Enjoy my program. I've got people 75. I think I've got a 79-year-old. You can do it. You don't have to be in your 30s and 40s to start this. I mean, yeah, it'd be great to start it back then, but you can start it anytime. I've got people watching me here tonight that started last October. They're in their 50s, and they have helped themselves, and they would tell you that they're probably as healthier than they were 20 years ago. I know I am. I have more energy, more mental clarity. I mean, normally on a Saturday, I would have always taken a nap. I didn't need a nap today. Why? Because I kept myself hydrated. I fueled my body. I got up at 5:30. Oh, take that back. I think I slept till 6:30 this morning. And I cleaned and I cooked and I just did all kind of fun things. And I did that because of how I fuel my body. So if you're interested in my challenge, it's ending soon. We start Monday. It's not too late for you to join. Yeah, let's see. I can't really see your post. I don't know what Facebook did to this display, but I'm seeing part of the comments. But anyway, I'll respond. So thank you for commenting. Can I have some likes and loves? I know Facebook likes that. Can you just say if you like this content, if you felt like it was valuable, if you'll either comment or give me a like, I would appreciate it, because I want to keep doing this, but I want Facebook to keep promoting my stuff too. So message me if you want to join. I signed up a girl this morning. I'm so excited to see her transformation. In January, she's going to be a new person, and you could be too. She's going to have the support of this group to go through this next few months, and it's going to be awesome. Make you up some cauliflower, some mashed cauliflower. Make you up some, put you some good old organic heavy whipping cream in it, and enjoy it. Have a great night. Okay, I can't